about turkey vultures is when they're up there in the sky, they're looking for things to eat. Now, they like to eat things like other birds of prey. They like to eat mice and rats and rabbits, except for they don't kill anything. They eat things that are already dead. We call that carrion, and we call animals that eat carrion scavengers. So this is a scavenger. Now, to find reasonably fresh food, it has to be dead enough that it's got an odor coming off it. Because what a turkey vulture will do is they'll get up in the sky on these big wings, and they'll soar, but when they soar, they have their wings in a V shape. Just remember V for vulture. And while they're up there circling around the sky, oftentimes they're looking for food on the ground, but you might have a plume of smell rising up off of a dead animal's body. Very curiously, turkey vultures have a highly developed sense of smell. And what they will do is they will start flying lower and lower and follow that plume of smell until they get to treetop level. Now, treetop level, the problem is that the winds can be very, very turbulent. And so the neat thing about having your wings in a V shape, if you hit a little pocket of turbulence, you kind of get blown this way, and then you tend to rock right back into a stable formation again. And you cover those, you're flying along at treetop level because now you can get closer and closer until finally you can find that dead animal, even if you couldn't see it, even if it's covered with vegetation. Now, one of the neat things about this guy is he eats dead stuff. Now, you would think that dead stuff, a dead animal, would just be the last thing in the world that an animal would ever want to eat because you'd figure they'd get sick. But he has several adaptations that actually help him eat dead stuff. Number one, featherless head. Now, why would a featherless head be important? Well, let's say you come down on a carcass and there's just a couple little openings. I'll leave it to your imagination what those openings might be, but to get a bite of meat, you have to actually stick your head in and use your hook beak to grab that flesh. If you had feathers covering your face, those feathers would get soiled and all of those bacteria would be living on your face. By having a featherless head, this is a great adaptation for keeping your head clean. Take a look at his nose. You can look right through Vinny's nose. It turns out that they don't have a septum, at least on the part of the nostril that you can see, and that functions as a shield. So by having that bony shield in front of the nostrils, it prevents the rotten food from getting up into the nose. Also a pretty good adaptation if you're sticking your head into a dead animal's body. And then finally, they've got a digestive system that is just extraordinary for several reasons. Number one, highly acidic, 10 to 100 times more acidic than your stomach. And that acidity helps kill lots of the microbes and lots of the bacteria that might be in that food. And then that brings us to the last thing, buzzard. Is this really a buzzard? Well, it turns out buzzard, the word buzzard in the ornithological lexicon, that is in the world of birds, refers to a bird like our red-tailed hawk. Only they refer to birds that come from the old world, from Europe, Asia, and Africa. So this is not a buzzard. The correct name is turkey vulture. Turkey because of the featherless red head, like a wild turkey, and vulture because of its ever-endearing lifestyle and feeding habits, eating on dead stuff. So as we approach the Ides of March, get outside of your house, look skyward, look for the distinctive silhouette of the turkey vulture soaring overhead. All hail the buzzard. This is Harvey Webster with another edition of Creature Features.